Welcome to TJ's podcast.
Hello, world. Time for another exciting podcast of talking junk about everybody and everything because we are perfect. Therefore, we can criticize all. It's my little buddy Riggins.
Good morning.
He's been my, as the kids say, my brother from another mother for a long time. I hate that phrase.
I know.
I don't like. I don't hate it as much as I do my sister from another mister.
That's even more corny.
Oh. And I had stopped watching Major League Baseball pretty much because nobody on the field looks like me. I can't identify. It's not proper representation on the field. But I've been watching it a lot lately because it's some father-son time.
Yeah.
With boy, and I was reminded last night just how much I hate the term lefty. He's a lefty. He hits the lefty pretty good. Mm-hmm. But not. I don't really hate it. But I really hate when somebody calls another person. A right-handed person, a righty.
Oh, you're a righty.
Oh.
You know who's catching a lot of hell in baseball is the commentator for the Oakland A's.
Yeah.
It's a woman.
Oh, yeah, I know. My son's telling me about her. She's not good.
I don't know anything about baseball, really, and I certainly don't know anything about commentating, but I can even tell watching some of these calls that she's making, they're horrible.
Mm-hmm.
He knocked that all the way out of the park. I mean, it's just like I don't know. It just doesn't sound right.
But I wonder how she got the gig. I mean, that's a big market, Oakland.
Is it?
It's a big market, yeah. How'd she get that job?
No.
I bet there were hundreds of candidates for that job. Who wouldn't? If you're a baseball play-by-play person, you would love to have the job as the voice of the Oakland A's.
Yeah,
But she must really have way better credentials than anybody else who applied.
I don't know.
Wonder what it was.
I don't know.
I'd like to know her secret.
And I don't know if she's the color commentator.
No, she's not.
She's not?
No. She's the play-by-play.
Yeah.
And a lot of the women announcers talk like this.
Yeah.
Knocked it out of the park.
It's a little fake, a little forced.
Well, but then again, a lot of the guy ones are too.
100%. There's got to be a woman that's better than her, if that's what they want.
He's got 15 ribbies on the year. What? Oh. So yeah, there's a certain amount of cheese that has to go with play-by-play announcing anyway. But I know she's getting a lot of flack.
Oh man, they're just ripping her apart on TikTok, and it's awful.
Bless.
Yeah.
I don't think that's right. I don't like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've heard some of her commentary and all. But I'm not a good judge of that because there aren't very many play-by-play sports people that I like to listen to. Most of the time I'm like, they say things that are just so obvious but I get it. You got to fill the time. It's a certain craft.
Does every sport have a color commentator and a play-by-play?
Mm-hmm.
That's the
pretty
main
much
pairing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Play-by-play and a color commentator. So Tony Romo is a
color commentator.
The
color commentator is usually the one that played the sport
with the experience.
Yeah, and the play-by-play is just the broadcaster.
So what is Tom Brady is going to be a color
commentator? Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Is he going to be good at that?
I don't know. Probably. I mean,
Tony Romo, again, not knowing much, he sounds great. Like he knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, he's incredible, actually. Especially when he first started. Nobody was they didn't know what to expect. But yeah, he quickly became, the number one color commentator for CBS.
Yeah.
Shot to the top.
It's amazing.
Where for Fox, it used to be Troy Aikman, Joe Buck and Troy Aikman. That was the team, the A team. Well, Joe Buck was the play-by-play, and Troy Aikman, the color commentator. Now they work for ESPN, I think. They do the Monday Night Football, I think. I don't know. But that's the big deal that Greg Olson, Charlotte's own Greg Olson, had shown up to be a color commentator right after he retired and was great and became, the number one guy. And then they hired Tom Brady before they even know whether or not he could do it. And he's automatically going to take Greg Olson's place. And I forgot how many millions a year Greg Olson's going to lose since they demoted him to put Tom Brady in that spot.
He did get demoted.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, you got to make room for Tommy B.
Mm-hmm. But I don't know enough about Tom Brady's personality. I know he's great. He was, obviously probably the greatest quarterback ever. But, I'm not one to sit and watch long interviews with people, to really know his personality. I follow him on Instagram, I think, and he seems kind of weird on there.
Really?
Yeah. And when he's doing ads for his particular product, his companies and stuff. Plus that whole coming down the water slide thing from years ago that made the internets where he looked like a scared little girl. But I don't doubt that he's going to put in, whatever preparation that he has to do to make it great. I don't think that he's just going to slough off.
Yeah. You'll know probably pretty quickly, like how he's going to be. But whenever Tony Romo's out, I just want to ask him about like Jessica Simpson, like banging Jessica Simpson. They were together for a long time.
And they said that she was bad for his performance on the field. When he was dating her, that he wasn't playing well.
That is such a patriarchal move. It's always the famous woman, Taryn. She's affecting his performance. That's not right.
But it's actually a compliment to her because an ugly woman wouldn't have been able to affect it. If he was dating some ugly woman,
right,
and he wasn't playing well, they wouldn't blame her.
Yeah, maybe not.
Like, we don't blame ugly people enough these days.
Yeah.
For some of the bad stuff going on. A lot of bad things can be attributed to people being ugly.
Yeah. You're on the list, ugly people.
Yeah.
Your days of kicking your feet up are over.
Yeah, your ugly privilege is about over.
That's exactly right.
We're going to stamp that out. But a lot of times, if I'm watching a ball game, I'll turn the sound off of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Just can't stand the.
If it depends on who they are and how or how cheesy they seem. When I'll give them a chance, but if they're just so cheesy, I'm just like,
yeah.
Watch it with no sound, like a silent movie.
That's it. Mm-hmm. My dad was watching the hockey game the other night over Memorial Day weekend. I forget what game it was, and he's pointing out one of the commentators. He goes, "I played baseball with this kid in Chicago." I went, "No, you didn't." He goes, "I swear," and he beat the hell out of us. Looked like he was straight out of Chicago too. I said, "Could you ice skate now?" He goes, "I don't know. I'd like to give it a shot though." I'm like, I will make that happen. If you want to go out ice skating, we will make it happen.
Well, the other day I figured out quickly that wherever I think my son was working, he works for my little friend Jenny at her gym, where he was working, and I figured that Ace was up there with him and they were talking because they each texted me within 30 seconds apart of each other and asked me the same question. Hey, who were the pitchers that went into the major leagues that I hit home runs off of in high school and stuff?
So trying to prove that.
Yeah, well, evidently they were talking about it. Neither one of them could remember their names.
Who was it?
One of the guys' names was Russ Springer.
Okay.
And he played for the Mets, I think he played for the Mets with the Braves. And he played at LSU and all that. He's from Grant Parish, Louisiana.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. He played for a while. On the hill. He was throwing from the hill. On the bump.
I don't know much about old athletes, but I do know, and I think it's a great reference when you say somebody's mustache they look like Raleigh fingers. It's a great name, and it gives you a clear picture if you know who that person is. He had this big, thick mustache, and
yeah, and he curled it on the ends.
Yeah, kinda.
And I was looking at that the other day because Tennessee has a pitcher that has that mustache. I mean, it curls. Really. So
dumb.
I'm just wondering how many women in U.S. America look at a guy who has the curled up mustache and says, "Oh my God, that is hot. That is so hot."
What is that?
You know how they say women don't dress for men, they dress for other women?
Yeah.
I think that's the same thing it can be said about curled up mustache. A guy's curling up a mustache for other men to think, "Hey, that's cool, dude."
Yeah.
And he's not doing it because he cares what women think.
Right, maybe that is it.
Same thing when they put on a short seersucker suit. The seersucker suit with shorts instead of long pants.
Yeah.
Women are never looking at that and going, I got to get a hold of him.
Look at that.
It's sexy, man. It's sexy.
No, it's for the boys. It's a good point. It's for the boys, for sure.
I've never heard a woman say, God, I turn into a complete slut around a guy wearing a short pants seersucker suit. Those saddle Oxfords just crank my tractor.
That is such a bad look, too.
The seersucker shorts suit.
It's just dumb. It's dumb.
And they go, it's Southern tradition. No, I don't think that traditionally they wore short pants.
Yeah, I don't.
Seersucker suit, yeah.
Yeah.
I always picture old Southern attorneys wearing that.
Sure, kind of
around
oversized.
Charleston.
Yeah.
But when you see that in short pants,
yeah, it's stupid. But you also don't see young guys with the full curl mustache.
I think we can start seeing more of that because the young guys are just wearing the thick mustaches now. Like Paul Skeens, the phenom pitcher for the Pittsburgh Pirates, has a thick mustache, and he pitched for LSU, their national championship team last year.
Yeah, that's a tough look.
Well, and he's kind of got to keep it now. He turned 22 yesterday, by the way, and he's considered one of the best pitchers in the major leagues already at 22, and the fans are wearing fake mustaches to the games that he's pitching in. So now he's like, even if I wanted to shave, it's a thing now.
Yeah.
Don't want to disappoint the fans.
And the Yankees, they can't have any facial hair, right?
I don't know. Is that true?
I thought that I vaguely remember hearing that, but I could be wrong. Like they don't like maybe I'm totally made that up. I've done it before, but I always thought like Yankees, they weren't allowed to have facial hair for some reason.
Huh? That'd be a pretty neat rule, though.
I thought that was kind of interesting. Like we want it, we want you to look clean cut.
Well, they don't wear uniforms anymore. Any of the players, I don't think, wear uniforms.
What do you mean?
Because they all wear different color cleats. They all, a bunch of them. Like one of the guys from the Braves they were showing last night wears a different color belt. He's got crazy colors on his belt and stuff. That's not a uniform. Uniform means you're all dressed exactly alike.
Right.
And I hate that.
Yeah. It's
and in
part
basketball,
of being
it
on a team.
really looks bad because they'll match up some of those crazy colored shoes that don't even match their uniforms and stuff.
And writing messages on their shoes. I've seen that. It's like, what is going on? I agree with you on that. You are part of a team.
Yeah, you're supposed to look the same.
Yeah.
But, the Braves uniforms, that last night they were wearing white. They're white uniforms, and it's got the, that maroon and navy in it and stuff. And he's wearing a belt that has, pink and light blue and all in it. And they were talking about it. The commentators were about how cool it looked and all that. No, it doesn't. It doesn't look cool. It looks stupid.
Yeah, maybe that's just an attitude that's gone by the wayside.
Just like every other good traditional thing, Riggins, in this country. Just gone. But I have gotten more into watching baseball, especially like yesterday. Paul Skeens pitched, and I like watching him because he is the only American in any form or any level of professional baseball now. He's the only one, so I want to support him. He's a patriotic guy. Not that I don't like any of the rest of them. I'm just saying I can identify with him because he's the only American in professional baseball. So
Does he look like you?
yeah, he looks like me. It's good to finally see somebody on the field that looks like me.
It's nice.
Okay, we got a lot of stuff to get into, and we'll do that coming up next.
TJ's Podcast.
Hey, it's Ace, and for a long time, we've told you about Neogenics, Charlotte's most trusted stem cell clinic, and how phenomenal a job they did helping me with my left wrist. Well, this is Neil. Neil Simler is a member of the Ace and TJ Radio family. Neil, you took the free consultation to have them check out your elbow and talk about what happened just when you went for the free consultation.
They were very straightforward and let me know that they weren't going to treat any of my ailments if they weren't 100% sure that they were going to be able to effectively help my issue. And never weren't once were they pushy with trying to get me to spend more money and do, the higher end shots.
Now, 3 months later, how do you feel?
I'm 95% better, if not 100%. It's just been one of the best decisions I've made. Do yourself a favor, get out there as soon as possible.
Set up your free consultation today at acetj.com/neogenics. It's Neogenix. Neogenics, Charlotte's most trusted stem cell clinic.
They say there are only two things certain in life: sweet deals at Sweet Dreams and taxes.
And only one of those is certain this month.
Which one?
The sweet deals at Sweet Dreams.
What about the taxes?
No sales tax the entire month of April at Sweet Dreams.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And don't call me Shirley.
Love where you live, Lake Norman, and pay no sales tax during the month of April. Only at Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress.
Back to TJ's Podcast.
Well, Riggins, I did, I managed to find something that's a little bit negative about my Omaha Steaks delivery whenever I get it. Really? Mm-hmm. Because I love getting the Omaha Steaks. I mean, top of the line, top quality steaks and burgers and hot dogs and chicken and side dishes and the whole thing. I talk about it all the time and have for years, talked about it, recommended it to people. But whenever I get my shipment of Omaha Steaks, it's almost like 2 or 3 times a day. My lovely wife is going, "When you gonna cook some of those Omaha steaks?" We got those Omaha steaks. I'm like, I haven't even unpacked it yet. It's still in the cooler. I just brought it in off the porch.
It's still
and then
the porch.
You want me to cook it already? Back off. Give me a minute. What's in it? What they sent? Like this, it's kind of like if when you're opening your gifts at Christmas, and then there's a little kid that wants to open them before you do. They've already opened all theirs, and they start tearing it up. That's what she's like. I'm like, let me open my own gift.
That's funny.
Because she knows I don't trust her to cook them.
No, God, no. No offense, but
Right.
God, no.
She asked me like twice yesterday. Like there were 2 questions that I kept getting asked throughout the day yesterday. When you gonna pressure wash the patio, and when we're gonna cook some of that Omaha steak? I said, well, those aren't gonna happen on the same day. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
So for Father's Day, this is the perfect gift. Go to omahasteaks.com, and when you get one of the hand-selected gift packages, they start at $89, and then when you use the promo code ACETJ at checkout, you'll get bigger discounts, additional discount. So you're going to save a lot of money, and they're not just throwing you scraps in a package and sending it off and saying that'll be $89 minus your discount and all that. I mean, good quality steaks, and all of it backed by an unconditional 100% money back guarantee. So they're not playing around. And it doesn't matter, if you're just looking for the meat or you want side dishes or desserts. No, they got it all. When you go to omahasteaks.com, you can just lose yourself in looking at all the things available to them. But when you have them put together the hand-selected gift packages for you, that starts at $89 plus a discount when you put in the promo code ACETJ at checkout. So do it. You'll love it. I did though. I had to put, they send that little seasoning with it that I love. When it came the other day, I had to leave it out for a little bit because it had ice all over it because it's packed into the cooler thing. And then Jody, my wife, saw it. There you go. Are we having Omaha steaks tonight? I'm just thawing this. I'm just letting the ice fall off of this before I put it in the cabinet. Calm down. So omahasteaks.com with the promo code ACETJ at checkout. You are going to love this Father's Day with the Omaha Steaks, because what's not to love?
I looked at my parents' freezer yesterday when I was home, and they had a bunch of Omaha steak stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, what'd you get this for? What's coming up? And they were like, no, we love it.
Mm-hmm.
So they just went ahead and bought a big box of it.
Because it's a better deal than what you're going to get at most grocery stores.
Yeah.
If you're trying to buy quality steaks and stuff at the grocery store, it's a better deal.
And they buy the chicken, they do the pork, they buy it all. Steaks, burgers.
Yeah. Man, I've never eaten anything that I got at Omaha Steaks that I didn't go, wow, this is good.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Nothing ever has disappointed me, even before they start paying me to talk about them.
It's good to know.
I'm telling you. Okay, this I didn't even know existed. Riggins will tell me these things sometimes, that they were big at once going around the internets, and then they've made a resurgence on the internets. And this is one of those things. This is a documentary.
Yeah. I never even heard about it. It's called Shy Boys. And they put it out in 2011, I think. And it's about young guys documenting their struggles with finding love and finding relationships, and how the technology has hampered them and they don't have any confidence, and kind of what their struggles are.
Well, I'm thinking that this is another one of the things that that people in entertainment these days got from our radio show. Because years and years ago, Ace, that's my morning radio partner, he and I did a thing where we got a limo and we auditioned 3 guys who couldn't find love, and they didn't have luck with women. And I think we may have even, this was back when you could say things like this, I think we called it the Lonely Losers Club or something like that. Man. And we sent them to Myrtle Beach during spring break to go down there and be cool and try to find a woman.
Sure.
So, I mean, we've done everything.
Yeah, I mean,
such trendsetters,
We wouldn't be able to talk about anything if it was just based on.
Right. Everybody is a bunch of biters, as the kids say.
That's what it is.
All right, but this is a clip of one of the guys talking about what he would do, if he could just find love. He doesn't even need a beauty queen.
Yeah,
to say the least.
He's one of the stars of the documentary, and he really is open and honest about what he deals with on a daily basis.
And you can hear the frustration in his voice and the desperation.
When you have a machine gun, infinite ammo, would do anything just for a 300-pound ugly white girl. I would fight in the front lines, the bloodiest battle the world has ever seen, and come back with no limbs if it meant that would guarantee me an ugly fat chick for life. You know what goes on? I mean, the penis enters the vagina, thrust, question mark, profit.
What does that mean?
I don't
profit.
know. I don't even know what that means. It was kind of cut up a little bit, so I don't know what he was referencing there. But I mean, that's not a joke. I mean, he's just saying like that's how
much I would like a companion, is what he was trying to say.
Yes,
that's how I long to find a companion.
Yeah. And part of it's like he's not a disgusting looking person, and he seems to have a nice way with words, I guess. I mean, I don't know. It's like, why can't you make that leap? I mean, there's somebody out there for everybody, right?
Well, you gotta figure that what's holding him back, I think, would be his lack of social skills.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's the analogy he jumps to right away, I'd go fight in the bloodiest war and come back with no limbs just to have a fat, ugly chick for the rest of my life. Yeah. I mean, I don't see any women swooning over those sweet words.
No, but you got to, if that's true, if you're that desperate, then do a little work on yourself, because again, you're not that you're not repulsive. So you can find somebody. You can.
I love the whole thing though.
It's a great.
He's just funny.
But this is now on the internet, so you're not really helping your chances when people go to look you up and they're like, "He's talking about fat chicks." And
when was this made?
2011.
Okay. And you don't know where it streams or anything?
I don't know.
When they call it a short documentary, what does that mean? How long is that, you think?
That's a good
Short
question.
documentary.
I don't know.
Sometimes I'll bypass things in the documentary section of streaming services if it's a docuseries. Because sometimes I want to just sit down for an hour or so and watch a documentary. I don't want to have to stretch it out over 8 or 10 episodes. And you can bet that most of the time on a docuseries, if it's 10 episodes, they could have ended it in 8.
100%. 100%. And a lot of that stuff is filler. And you could do it probably in 3. This documentary was just 30 minutes.
Oh.
Covers what they call involuntary celibates. And they use that in quotation marks. They said these guys ultimately fail to have relationships with women and ultimately die virgins.
Wow.
The plight that they're dealing with.
And they're saying that's not good.
I guess not. Not according to these guys. Shy Boys IRL is the name of it.
Have you ever been in a situation where you were afraid to talk to a girl?
No.
Me either. I don't understand that. You hear guys say it all the time. Oh, I could never talk to her. And they're guys that aren't losers or weirdos too. It's like, oh no. I've never thought that.
I understand being intimidated by somebody's very, very good looks. Like, you're thinking in your head, I don't have a chance with this person, but it's not going to stop me from. I'm not going to be shaking in my boots over it. There's nobody in the world that's that good looking that I'd be so scared to talk to them.
I've never thought that someone is that I don't have a chance with somebody.
Yeah.
Like I don't have a chance with this person, but I'm going to go talk to her.
Sure. Because
I've never thought that because I used to be really good looking, and then you add how funny I am and smart and all these other great qualities I have back before I lost my good looks. And I didn't lose my good looks until after I was already married to a beautiful woman. So
you didn't need them anymore.
No. It's not like I'm having to go out now and go, oh, let me approach this hot woman here and see if she'll talk to me.
Yeah.
It's no big deal to me. It's, it's just the way life is. It's just my life. Big deal. Nothing to write home about.
Yeah, but you were lucky. Everybody's given like a hand of cards, and you got. If you're not the most handsome person, then you need to lean into the way you speak, and you can find an avenue for yourself.
Yeah, but it seems like I got married when I was 11.
Yeah,
I've been married so long.
Did you say 30 years now? You've been married.
In October it'll be 30 years.
That's crazy.
I know. And people go, "Hi, what's the secret to being married that long, these days?" And it's pretty simple. My wife has kept her good looks.
That's it?
Because if she would have lost her good looks like I did, like she's a better person than I am because I'd have been out.
Yeah, oh yeah, no doubt about it.
Yeah, if she wasn't still pretty. So, I'm grateful to her for not bailing when I lost my good looks.
Sure. Yeah, what was she waiting for? Is she, if you lost blank, would she bail, do you think? If you became even less handy?
Yeah.
I can't take anymore.
No, I don't know. Because she pretty much does her own thing anyway.
Yeah.
I was talking about that yesterday, that she's just getting more and more where she's just going and doing and never stops. It happened. It was almost like she was listening to the show yesterday and said, well, I'm going to show him today because I got home and I had a call, a business call, and she came in from, like when I was pulling in, she and her friend were starting their walk around the neighborhood, And our neighborhood is hilly, and you know, so it's a hard deal. And then the other days of the week, she goes up to my little friend Jenny's gym and is in a women in weights class that she does. So when she came in from her walk, I was waiting on Adam, our manager, to call, and she goes, "Well, when you get through with that, can you help me move the furniture out of the screen porch so I can clean everything up out there? I'm going to wash it all down and everything, and then wash that furniture." And so she just starts in, and then there was a rug out, like an outdoor rug that our patio furniture was on, not the screen porch, but the patio that's right beside that's uncovered. And she rolled that up and said, "I need you and Aiden to take this to the dump whenever you get a chance." And it was just red mud stained around, because that's, North Carolina dirt is red mud. And she goes, you're going to need to pressure wash this. And so I said, all right. So then I went and did my little working out, and I came back and I said, Paul Skeens pitched today, and Aiden got it set up on the Major League Baseball channel for me to watch. And she goes, okay, act like she didn't hear it.
Yeah, of course.
And then just a few minutes later, she goes, all right, can you go ahead? I need you to go ahead and pressure wash the patio. And I said, today, right now? She goes, well, you won't do it tomorrow. And I said, yeah, I will. I'll do it tomorrow. And she goes, okay, all right, I guess you can do it tomorrow. And then again, she goes, but I know you're not going to do it.
Oh, my God.
She said, why don't you just let me do it? I'll do it. Go get the pressure washer and I'll do it. I'm like, okay, I'm not guilting me into doing it. So what she was doing. Yeah, so I ended up doing it. I missed, he pitched 6 innings. I missed half of them.
Oh.
And then she goes, well, you didn't tell me he was pitching right then. Yes, I did. That's a communication problem that you have, not me. Because I was saying later I missed half of it, and but I got the pressure washing done. But that's the way she is. She'll start in on some. She wants to go, and then if she needs a certain aspect of that done by somebody else, it has to happen then.
Yeah.
I used to always use the example where she would fold the clothes. And then say, next time you can put the clothes basket with the folded clothes in it at the bottom of the stairs. And she would say, next time you get a minute, when you get to a stopping point of whatever it is I was doing, I need you to take the laundry basket upstairs. And I would say, okay. And then I would start finishing what I was doing, like she had said. And then I would hear, and then she'd pick it up and take it herself.
Oh.
So when you get a minute means stop what you're doing right now and get this shit and take it upstairs, or I'm going to huff and puff.
Yeah. Then that's a communication problem on her end. It's like, if
it's
that's
not really.
Yeah, but if that's what you wanted, then say, I need you to do this right now.
Yeah, but I know women so well. I know everything there is to know about women, and I should know that that's what that means.
You should, but come on.
And I do now after a few times.
Yeah.
So what I would do is I would take it upstairs and then throw it back downstairs and say, "Oops,
take that.
Oops, how clumsy of me."
There's T-shirts flying through the air.
All right, we got to take a break. Hang on.
More of TJ's podcast is coming up.
We're here with Richard Toccato, the Richard Toccato Companies. And Richard, not just mortgages, not just home sales. Now you're helping people with home improvements.
Yeah, that's right. So if you want a backyard that you've always dreamed of, or you need siding, windows, whatever you need, give us a call. Check it out.
You've got the money in your home. Richard just helps you find it. Finds the best way for you to do it. It's very simple. All you have to do is start by going to homewithrichard.com. It's homewithrichard.com, the Richard Toccato Companies.
When it comes to losing weight, sometimes you don't even know where to start. You know that it needs to happen, but you need some help. Well, you start by going to acetj.com/weight loss and ordering Calitrin. Calitrin is scientifically proven to help you lose weight, and it is not a drug. It is not a drug. Repeat that. So here's what you do. You go to acetj.com/Calitrin, order 3 months, and then you'll get 3 months free. 4 months free. That's how it works with Calitrin.
Welcome back, world, to TJ's podcast.
All right, some stupid celebrity stuff. I don't know the details of either one of these stories. But evidently the Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez relationship is falling apart more every day, right?
Yeah, and the
Regans.
I think the reason I sent it to you is because this is kind of what you've been saying about that relationship for a long time, or specifically about J-Lo.
Yeah, that she's the one that's difficult.
The phrase that's being used is worn down. Ben Affleck is feeling worn down by J-Lo and just her general lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
And you've said a lot for a long time about J-Lo, that she is probably the difficult one in the relationships.
Yeah, in all of her relationships.
And I never understood that because, I don't know, I mean, she gets a lot of heat on TikTok. People love making fun of her about always saying how she's Puerto Rican and stuff like that. But to me, she seemed pretty... I did an interview with her. She was very kind. That's really my only interaction. But everything I've seen about her, she seems kind of normal.
Well, it's just a different type of logic you have to apply. Like, my whole thing is that you don't have a woman who is that beautiful and sexy and hot who can't keep a man unless it's something has to trump her looks to make them get like, all right, I know she's hot and everything, but I can't take this anymore. I got to get out. So there's got to be something about the way of her personality, of her principles, her outlook, or just being a Hellcat, as they used to say, because as hot as she is, if she didn't have these personality flaws that are so big, guys would overlook it. If it's just a little thing that bugs them here or there about her or whatever, they would overlook it. I see it every day in people where the woman is beautiful and she just has a couple of little things that gets on the guy's nerves, or he has to cater to one little thing about her or two or three little things, and they put up with it. But if it were something big and it was such a pain in the ass, they wouldn't, no matter what she looks like. Sooner or later, it's going to become too much.
And you're assuming all these guys just can't take it anymore, and not her dumping these guys?
Or it gets to a point where they just tell her, look, I love you, you're beautiful and all this, but I can't take you threatening to set my hair on fire every time, I don't do something for you.
Yeah, what is it? Like, I want to know the specifics about what happened.
And it could be that she's just, annoying.
Yeah.
And Jennifer Aniston, I think, is maybe in the same boat,
Yeah.
She's beautiful and just, can't seem to make it work long term with any guy. And even for Hollywood standards, she's not. But then again, Hollywood is the most dysfunctional group in America. The most dysfunctional part of society is Hollywood.
Yeah. I would not be able to handle, Jennifer Lopez is best friends with Leah Remini. So imagine you're the guy and you're on J-Lo's bad side that day, and then she brings over her best friend Leah Remini, and they start ripping into you. That cannot be a fun time, because Leah Remini is kind of brutal.
I'm no special pleader for Ben Affleck either. I'm not a big fan of him personally. I like his acting and stuff, but yeah, and that's an old saying that no matter how hot a woman is, there's some guy that's tired of her shit.
Yeah, right.
That's the logic I've always applied to the Jennifer Lopez situation.
But that dancer that she married, Chris Judd, or whatever, like, you would have thought, like, he went from backup dancer to husband of J-Lo. Like, is there any way that he dumps her? I don't think so. That he can't stand it. How bad must it be?
That's what I'm saying.
I just don't even think that's a reality.
Okay, well, here's something. You can always judge people and their principles and personality and all by people they have been with. She was exclusive with Puffy Sean for a long time. He was her man. So she's got to be something wrong with her. I mean, because we know what a dirtbag he is, even before any of this controversy. I mean, I knew he was a dirtbag. And she chose to be with him for so long. So there's a screw loose up there somewhere. Don't even need to know about all the rest of them. Like Alex Rodriguez and Mark Anthony and Chris Judd and all the other ones. You just look at, she lived with Puff Daddy? Puffy Sean?
Before pre-Diddy.
Oh, what's wrong with her? Something's got to be wrong. So?
What does she need to do now, though? She need to find a regular guy? Not a Hollywood guy?
No. Regular guy would probably take less of her shit.
So what is she supposed to do? Just be single forever?
She's supposed to straighten up. That's what she's supposed to do. She's supposed to act right.
She needs to figure out what's going on?
Yeah.
How does she do that, though? She got to go to therapy?
Or go spend some time with old people.
That's interesting.
If she just went and spent time with, old people and let them, teach her what is really important in life and all of that kind of stuff, maybe that would help. I don't know. I don't know. But I know I'm going to get flack over it because you're not supposed to say anything. She's protected in our society. You're not supposed to say anything about, she's so beautiful and talented and all of that. And you're never supposed to say anything about the women being at fault for anything.
It's not the worst time, and people seem to be kind of hating on her lately. So, could be worse.
Yeah, but I think the same thing. I mean, you can apply the same logic to him.
Absolutely.
He's got to be weirdo, crazy too.
Who would you rather have at a dinner party? I'm going J-Lo. At least she's pretty to look at, and
fake. And she's fake nice, if nothing else.
She can put it on. Ben Affleck just seems like a sourpuss, angry dude at the world.
Yeah.
Smoky. He smells like cigarettes.
I was going to say that too.
Reeks of cigarettes. Coffee breath, Boston accent. It's just obnoxious. It's really not a great combination of stuff.
Yeah, you and your Boston accent.
Ugh. It's thick, too. Ugh.
And then poor Brittany, people are trying to figure out what she's got going on. Now, I only see her Instagram posts, and they've gotten to be, it's pretty much the same thing all the time. And every now and then she'll put some shocking thing out, but I didn't know who the guy was that she's been posting pictures with and videos and stuff, but you say it's her brother?
It's her brother, Brian.
And they're in Vegas or somewhere together?
Vegas. He shows up every couple of years and looks just like her dad.
Yeah.
And he seems to be the only family member that she has consistently kept in contact with. Yeah, and they're out in Vegas and going to a spa, and she's putting on this fake accent. It's bizarre. I don't know. I think it's time to put her on the watch list.
Does he still live in Louisiana?
I don't know. No, I think he's out in California, actually.
Really?
I think so.
So they all went out there with him.
Yeah. She says she misses Louisiana.
Really?
Mm-hmm. She goes,
well, she can go back anytime. She doesn't have to live around her family.
Yeah, my mom lives in the house I bought, but I'd love to go back and visit. So I guess she bought her mom.
She don't want to go back and live.
She don't want to go back and see her mom, I think.
Yeah.
So she bought this house and her mom lives in it. But it's like, evict your mom. It's your house.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, that's a bad situation. I don't know what we're going to do with Brittany. You need to sort of really think about that, what you're going to do.
What I'm going to do to help her.
Yeah, because you already offered help years ago, but this is a new situation.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to figure that out.
I tell you, I'm going to Louisiana.
No.
This summer for vacation.
For a vacation?
Yeah.
How thrilling.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing?
Just visiting family.
Oh.
We went last year, too. We went and visited my family.
Right.
Because my mom lives in North Louisiana. And Jody's parents live in Central Louisiana, like right in the middle of the state. So we did the whole sweep of my family. My mom in North Louisiana and then my brother in Arkansas.
Right.
I know. Sounds like just as good of a tropical vacation as it was. It's just paradise. North Louisiana and Arkansas.
So
no, thank you, Virgin Islands. I got something better.
I don't want to feel that sand in between my toes.
But Jody's parents have a pool.
Oh.
So
Okay.
so I'll be out there most of the time.
You're going
not
to-
talking.
Yeah, you're seeing her family this time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll be out there not talking.
Yeah, sure.
And the only thing is that it's so hot and humid in Louisiana that the pool water is not refreshing.
Kind of warm.
Yeah.
A little soupy.
Mm-hmm. And then I'll probably go, fishing on the coast with my brother-in-law Chuck.
Okay. Oh, and you're seeing her sister and
Yeah, they live right there too.
Oh, they
So
do?
yeah, that's part of the deal. We saw my brother and his family and my mom last year, and so we'll see all her family this year.
staying in a hotel or at their
No,
house?
there ain't no hotels.
There, what?
There's not any hotels.
There's not any hotel.
Yeah, there are a couple, but no, they've got bedrooms for us and stuff at her parents'. It's just hot.
Did they keep it hot?
Yeah.
Too? Do they really?
Yeah, they keep it hot, which is fine because they freeze when they're at my house, and they come here for Christmas every other year, and they sit under blankets the whole time, and I'm sitting there freezing. Sitting there hot because we got it at a higher temperature than we normally do. For them, it's still not enough. They're sitting under blankets, and my father-in-law never takes off his Ugg fur-lined slippers, and
Do they mention it all the time? Like,
oh yeah,
they do.
Yeah. But they don't say, "Yeah, can y'all turn that heat up?" Yeah,
I gotta chill.
But Jody will go into their house and go, "I am burning up. I have got to turn that thermostat down."
Oh God.
I think they usually keep it around 72 to 75. It's like that's
not
their comfort.
ridiculous. Well, they
Well,
say
you keep yours. Yours is like 40.
no. I keep it at 70, but they say you're supposed to. When you're at home, it's 78. When you're gone, it's 82.
Well,
that's what they said this year. I went.
You know why?
Who is staying in their house at 78?
That's the environmental bullshit.
Well, fair enough. But yeah, I keep it at 70. I used to do 68 when I was in the apartment, but cooling a whole house, it takes a toll.
Yeah. So we're around 68 to 70 all the time.
75, and it's hot outside. Yeah, that's tough. Mm-hmm. They might not be able to get it any lower than that.
But they even have these outside shutters that cover like their blinds on the outside to help keep the sun out of the house and all that. But it seemed to me like they'd want the sun coming in.
Yeah.
Because they're cold. They're cold all the time.
Oh my God.
But anyway, so yeah, I'm going to Louisiana. Maybe I'll ask Brittany if she wants to go with my family and get a little time away. She wants to go back to Louisiana. We'll go down there and pass a good time, as they say.
Yeah, can't cook her something. Make some food with her. She's longing for a Louisiana experience with some family.
I think my in-laws' foyer would work for her to make her dancing videos for Instagram.
Can you imagine? She's just doing spins in the foyer. They're like, your friend is something else.
Doing that thing where she takes her thumbs in her bikini bottoms and acts like she's going to pull them down. Like she goes as far as she can and still be legal on Instagram.
Spinning around. Your father-in-law's going to have a heart attack.
All right, that's it. Actually, we've given people a lot of free entertainment today. We've gone over time, I think.
Certainly.
So maybe we won't even do a show tomorrow.
Yeah. We'll see.
Seriously.
Seriously. Let's work that out. Yeah.
All right, thanks for watching and listening. Love you. Bye.
Serving the world. It's TJ's podcast.